high connections into your multi-dimensional structure to download into your atomic structure the unburdening of the gravity that's holding you here. See, in our normal evolutional cycles, as we came into the earth tethered together with the flesh, as we as the spirit and the soul and all the different structures of the crystalline body, as we tethered together, our identity emerging into the flesh, we were to come forth in certain evolutional quantum leaps. You know, as we got to 8 years old, there was a certain laying down of the DNA strands and activating of the chakras 1, 2, 3, and then we were coming into a quantum leap where we make a leap over the resistance of the first harmonic universe, and then within ourselves we would go to the next harmonic universe. We would jump up into the second harmonic universe, and we would build up DNA strands 4, 5, and 6, and open chakras 4, 5, and 6. And then we would do the same after the next quantum leap that we would make in our body. As we were incarnating the word of truth into the gateways of our multidimensional anatomy through reconnecting to our higher dimensional fields, the interplay of breathing in and out of God's source and the inflow of information on the energy would be the restoration that would bring your atomic body into transfiguration. And so we would make quantum leaps and quantum leaps and quantum leaps until we reached the fourth harmonic universe, where we would break free from the body construct entirely, and we would return to whole mind. We would return to that golden, beautiful light of love and all power and knowledge and everything that's there, you know. And we would do that during the course of a lifetime. But of course we've been shut down, and those opportunities haven't been given to us because there's one hell of an overburden of a corruption that's permeating the fields of our multi-dimensional hologram. And it takes a true intention and divine reconnection to get into that place of transfiguration and allowing those waveforms of, we call them chelons. You know, chelontic science is a wonderful part of the Kathara teaching that we're doing. Understanding the science, the 15-dimensional physics and vortex energy fields, understanding what the Merkaba fields are and the spins of rotations of the energy cycling around the anatomy and joining into higher dimensional forms of greater holographic communication, and the increase in spin, and knowing the right directions and flows and all of the wonderful commands that we would make. See, with the Kathara teaching we're doing, we're actually making commands within the structure, using your own voice and your own Christ voice, your own voice for God, to make the commands, to make the voice tones, and to actually open up gateways within the inner core of creation, right down internally, because the body is here as there's a macrocosm outside of you and there's a microcosm inside of you. Within every atom and with every part of your structure there's an internal. And to make the commands to open the inner gateways of the flows of life and light and liberty, beauty, wholeness, goodness, wisdom, understanding, everything that's there, to make the commands to open the corridors of communication and networks of illumination within you and also outside of you, to get the Merkaba generated in the right directional flow, and to override the corruption that's been put into the fields. See, the only reason that we can be harvested and our energy is depleted is because some of the spins and the flows of the energy and the movement of spiraling systems have encapsulated us at a very high frequency level. We've been caught up into, you might say, manipulation at some of the higher dimensional frequencies that actually distort the atomic structure and spin our energy into other systems. And to know that and to know how to counter it and to give the commands and to set the spins of the chakras in the right direction and to actually bring the symbol codes of the original encryption, our radiation signature of coming forth, our pure intention of living life to the fullest within the union of the law of one, to bring down those beautiful codes of a mathematical encryption to activate the flows and the spins of the shields and the fields. See, we have energy shields. If you saw yourself as a hologram, and how you've got a central column, you've got a column rising each side of you as well. You've got one running through the front at what we call the azare, which is right there at the thymus gland. You've got one running at the front and one running through the back, and you've got one running through from the left hand to the right hand, and you've got 45-degree light coming in from the azare, which is at the thymus gland, and you've got many different angles of light within the encryption matrix of light communication, and how light fragments and splits and creates the holographic world that we see. We've got shields running, spinning beneath our feet. We've got shields running up the vertical column. We've got shields of light encryption spinning out into the fields of our own vision. And there's other shields around us too, as like energetic body layers that we would see into. Our consciousness is looking into that, and it's reflecting back to us the world we see. And to be in control of your hologram, and to know the structure of it, and to activate the flows, to activate the spins in the correct direction, to reconnect into higher dimensions above you and below you, and to flow the light through, and to get the right angles within the lattice work of the crystalline structure, to get the right exact light and sound splitting and control of that. I mean, the angles are off. We've come out of alignment. We're not in true alignment. And to get those flows back in and make the commands to open the inner gateways and the outer gateways, and to get the greater cosmic flows coming in, that is what we've been learning. And we have a series of songs, beautiful songs, wonderful songs, and we sing those as a way to express from within yourself the joy, the wonder, the beauty, and to actually make the commands and to attract to ourselves from above and from within those interdimensional keys and codes and frequencies to actually bring the encryption alignments back into operation within yourself and to create the hologram that you want. I started off talking this morning about how I've felt some devastating tremors through the body, and here I am talking about the wonderful creative flows and reconnection back into the cosmic patterns of the true plan, the true imprint, the blueprint, the true pattern, the true image of God. So realizing that you are made in the image and likeness of God, we're talking about a structure here. We're talking about an image of an exact pattern of angles of communication within the hologram, and it reduced itself down from cosmic size right down to the atom size. Everything works in and fits in with this 12-tree grid, and how it all works together as a true pattern, a true blueprint of life, and how the flows are required to fit into every upstepping and every downstepping of that integration has to be in full divine alignment and perfect communication. If you're off a little bit, you're going to be arcing out and spinning energy different ways. And of course we've been distorted over eons of time, billions of years actually. Our templates have been distorted. But to bring this true alignment back in here, right now, at the most opportune moment, when there is a planetary realignment, or it's called a stellar activation cycle, a stargate alignment. The human body has 12 main points. Also, the planet has 12 main stargates on it. And every solar body, or like the sun, the earth, every system has 12 main points on it, and multi-dimensional expansions of that 12 that all link together into a 15-dimensional time matrix. They're all working together. And to know that there is a flow of spiraling energy coming into the planet. People can feel it. I mean, we're all connected genetically through the distortion and things like that, but as families and cultures and communities, we're all connected. And people can feel there's a rising of the base pulse frequency. But also, looking scientifically, a thing called the Schumann resonance in the Earth, where they measure the frequency of the actual planet. Every star and system has a frequency, and through radio communications, scientists can detect that every planet and every system is emitting a certain frequency. Well, the Schumann resonance of the Earth is rising. It used to be around about 6.8 or something, but it's up to nearly 12.5 or something. And this is being done artificially. The reason that the frequency of the Earth has been rising is because the Metatronic codes, or the reverse spiral death codes that are coming into